All right, what up, y'all? Here we go. Had a few technical difficulties as I am trying to catch up on the work that I was supposed to do earlier today before I got distracted. But how y'all doing, man? How's everybody doing? Where the ladies at tonight? What's up, Michelle? The ladies been slacking lately. Like we ain't been having all the women up in here lately. Where y'all at? Brooklyn lost, no more 13-game win streak. Just that bull. East the deal. East side, Riverside. What's up with my east side people tonight? Foster, what's up? What's up? What's up? I don't see my Compton dudes. I don't see my Compton dudes in here yet. Compton on strike. Compton ain't messing with me no more. There go my Compton guy right there. What up, Southside? I'm sure Jerry Allen will be up in here shortly. Big Lee, what up, homie? Big Lee, great supporter of the channel. Jeff Fort, what up, baby E? Back with original content. That's what's up, homie. Appreciate it. Man, I'm here, homie. Remind me of Crip here, homie. Crip here. I'm I really don't have nothing to talk about, man. I've been on the phone with Rockhead, Cutes, and Baby Crazo for 5.5 hours. Not only do I want to not hear nobody, I don't even want to hear myself talk right now. Yeah, it's about time you catch a live. You don't mess with us no more. I know you set tripping. What up, CJ? What up, big homie? How you doing, man? Dana Garrison, what up, homie? Jimmy, good morning. Where you at, man? Mm. King Mike said, bang that like button, man. What's up, comrades? Talk to me, man. Or y'all got questions or y'all got subjects? What's going on? I really just tapped in because I told you guys I see you tonight. And I didn't wait till late tonight because I kind of want to work on the work that I was supposed to do earlier today. I mean, I can't get nothing done with Cutes and them on the phone for 5.5 hours and being distracted. Kev, you seen they drug test Donovan Mitchell because he scored? No, for real? Please tell me you joking, man. I seen everybody hating on him, though. I seen what people were saying that they was passing this video around a lot. But damn, man, I'm celebrating 71. Crystal, what up, Crystal? My favorite moderator. We're gonna be nice today, right, Crystal? Like, share, and subscribe to KMV. KM Video Live Streams, y'all. It's KM Video Live Streams, y'all. KM Video Live Stream, y'all. Sleepy Rivera, man. What's happening, homie? Yeah, he was a beast in Utah. They slept on him, didn't they? I felt like he could have bigger games in Utah, but they would put him on the bench. I didn't understand that. I seen one game, it's about a year ago. I think I don't know. My time frame's messed up, but I seen a game with Donovan Mitchell, and I don't know if he came off the bench or he was out for a while and then came off the bench. But anyhow, he comes off the bench and he's on one. He goes crazy. He scores like 27 points. And I'm like, damn, Donovan Mitchell's a beast. And then they take him out. So I'm like, all right, they're going to bring him in at the end of the game. I'm waiting. And then at the very end of the game, where they're in trouble, they bring him in and he go off for probably about 12 more. And they win the game. I'm like, man, how could you lose a game with that dude on the court? Really good basketball player. But we're not going to get off on the sports because Misha G and Michelle and Crystal, well, not Crystal, but the lady's going to run up out of here if we talk about sports. Kev, don't let outside. We not even talking about outsiders, Ryan, so why bring it up? That was earlier, homie. We on something totally different right now, my brother. Thanks for the comment, though. Fitzgerald, what's up? What's up? What's up? Next live with the fellas. Hit SAG up to join. He said link to join. All right, I'll hit SAG up. You know, SAG come and go. Like last 2 times I hooked up with SAG, I'm like, man, let's stay in touch. Come back, let's do something else. He say with it. He always with it. We just don't hook up no more. But yeah, I'll put. Oh, and he texted me and told me he got his other number back on. So yeah, I'll be in touch with SAG. Peace and much respect, KMacvideos, man. Good looking out, CB. Just left Bamm. I didn't even know Bamm was on live. My bad. I see Bamm in the comment section. What up, Bamm? But I did warn y'all that I was coming on tonight. I did let y'all know I'll be back tonight. If you got any requests, hit the $ of cash, and KevMac will probably answer your question. It's not 100% guaranteed, but he will try to answer your question. Kev, has your car ever broke down in a rival hood? Yes, it has. I thought I told this story on live one time. In fact, I don't know who I may have told the story to, but yeah, I was driving my brother's 63 Chevy. This is like 1990, because he was doing a violation. I got off live to tap in with you. Good looking out, man. And so I'm going up. I'll go all through the east side. I go through the low bottoms. I come down Central. And then I go up Vernon. I bust a right on Vernon going back to the hood. And the damn car cut off on me. That's Fortray Gangster Hood. The car cut off on me. I'm like, oh shit. And I'm G. I'm talking about G. Like really G. I'm in all. I don't remember exactly what I had on except for blue khakis. I know I had blue shoes, blue string shirt, which really don't matter because it's Crip Hood. But I'm G. And this damn lowrider is candy burgundy. It's loud as hell. The Crips probably gonna think I'm a blood. The burgundy may supersede the blue. It may not supersede the blue. But bottom line, I'm over there by Carver Junior High School, but I'm on the right side because I'm going west. And I'm really scared to get out the car and try to push it off the major street, right? But I got to. I don't have no choice. So I jump out, and I'm trying to push the car to a side street. And I hit the side street, and I see this big old giant Crip selling my way, right? I'm like, oh, shit. I'm still in their hood. Off street ain't no better than a major street because they could chip me over here or take the car or do whatever they're going to do, right? But as dude gets closer to me, because he keeps walking, I notice it's Big Pat. Big Pat went to Crenshaw High. Me and Big Pat, we was cool. I think they call Big Pat insane or something from Fortray Gangs. And he like, what's up, cuz? I'm like, what's up, cuz? And, I never tripped or, we was cool with Crenshaw. So he's cool, and he tell me like, cuz, like, let me help you. And we push the car on that side street. And he tell me, he said, look, man, he said, it's dangerous for you to be over here. The homies see you. It's going down, blah, blah, blah. And Pat leaves. He walks off. I don't remember. I don't want to lie. I don't remember. I don't want to lie. I'm a liar. You know what I mean? So I don't want to lie, and I exaggerate. Somebody just left a comment about how I exaggerate on all my stories. And anybody with common sense know I'm blowing the stories up. He forgets that the robbery is in paperwork. He forgets some of the other stories got paperwork and real individuals in the stories are still alive, right? But anyway, forget the hater in the that just left a comment. But so Pat goes off. Pat walks off. And I'm like, damn, I know me and Pat cool, but can I trust him to actually come back with help, or is he coming back with the homies to rob me, bust on me? What? And I'm sitting there and I keep trying to start the car. The car won't start. So I'm running down the starter. I'm running down the battery and shit. So now it's really hard to start. I guess what happened was because I didn't run out of gas, I think the fuel pump or the fuel filter got filled with dirt or something. The car wouldn't start. So anyway, I'm over there scared as hell. And I don't want to keep starting the car because then I'm going to never leave. So I'm sitting in the car, just watching ahead, seeing a Pat or some folk trays going to come. I'm sitting in the car. And then being negative, thinking the car still ain't going to start, I turn the key, that motherfucker started. Ooh, I hurry up, bust a U-turn, got the hell up out of there. So yeah, my car has stopped in enemy hood before, yes. It was my brother's car, but I was driving it by myself, yes. Yeah, OG Bamm, what's up, man? It's always a pleasure to have you in the comment section as well as when you come on live with me. Yeah, maybe, man. You know, I was a fuel injection guy, so I didn't know a whole lot about carburetors. I know you could pour some gas in the carburetor, right? But yeah, man, that was a trip though, man. I was scared as hell, but Big Pat saved the day, right? If his name wasn't insane, it was something similar to that, right? I want to have faith in humanity and say Pat went to get some help. Thank you, Lon. I think so. Like I said, man, Pat was cool, man. He went to Crenshaw High with us, and so Pat was cool with me, man. I was glad it was Pat that showed up. Shit. Salinas Report, what up, homeboy? Robert Richards with the old Bamm line. Watch this, Kev Mac. I think I'm too early for y'all. We have fun when I come on later, right? Should I just tap out and come back later? They not. I mean, they in hood, East Coast neighborhood, most East Coast neighborhoods, so they cool with in hoods, just not us. They're not cool with us, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, you guys, I'm not gonna keep being repetitive or try to explain kindergarten type stuff, but for those of you that don't gangbang, every single person from a rival set is not your rival. And every enemy set is not your enemy. What I mean by that is, you can have friends from rival sets, and a set could be your natural enemy, but y'all not at war. You feel me? Like us in the four trays have we haven't seen eye to eye since the 80s, but it ain't always like that. We mess with a lot of four trays and a whole lot of four deuces. It ain't like that. That's gang banging ain't like some of you guys try to make it out to be. It ain't like that. Kev, how accurate is gang maps? Is whose gang maps? Did y'all ever drive to other cities without any gangs to get gas versus having to watch your back in your own hood? Oh, yeah, absolutely, all the time. But not more so, but more so on the outer skirts of the city of LA. Jerome Wallace, what up, homie? I'm all right, man. I'm maintaining, my brother. I'm maintaining. I don't know, Babyface Loxa. I hate to say it, but he's missing. He ain't been on here in a while, right? Tory T, what up? What up? What up with you, man? Oh, I'm not sure. I think they're pretty accurate. I haven't just sat down and really try to see how accurate or inaccurate they are. So I'll withhold judgment, but I think they're pretty accurate. Deuce the Factor, what up, homeboy? I got put over in 6 Deuce East Coast. My comrade, Tiny Line, pulled up, showed me big love, knowing I was out of bounds. So you're right. Yeah, I mean, that's just how gangbanging is. I just told a story the other day when I went to St. Andrews Park, and a dude I was in the county jail with from A-Tray Gangster has spotted me. Hey, Willie Will, good looking out. I don't want none, but just want to say what's up, bro. Appreciate it, man. What's happening with you, man? Oh, no, Fitzgerald. Long as he ain't booed up with Misha G and Compton Girl and the rest of the females up in here, right? Mac, brush off them haters, man. They ain't nothing but sell sodas and clout chasers. Keep doing your thing on boy. Appreciate it, man. But when people tell me don't respond to the haters in the comment section, I respond because that's what the comment section is for. Everybody don't have to be like this ain't a cult. You can disagree and you can have your own opinions. That's what the comment section is for. And I don't delete them, I leave them there. So I respond. I respond to some of them. I don't respond to all of them, but I respond to some of them. And because I just seen a comment before I went live right now is the only reason why I responded to that comment. But like I told him in the comment section, see, now you got me talking about the hater. Like I told him in the comment section, though, like you don't know me, so you have a right to be skeptical of anything I say because you don't know me as it pertains to the amounts of money gambling that I've won and lost, as it pertains to the stories that I tell on KM Video Live Stream. My position is this. I'm going to always have a position. And my position is, if I'm lying, why are you watching all my stories? Why are you watching my lives? Like, check out. At some point, just check the fuck out. Like, you shouldn't even be in tune to what I'm talking about. You shouldn't even hear the story long enough to understand the story to even say that I'm lying or embellishing, right? But like I say, man, my truth is my truth. You can't put a muzzle on me. I'll try to be careful and walk on that thin line, walk on them eggshells, but you can't put a muzzle on me. My truth is my truth, man. I'm sorry if you can't get into the amounts of money that I won and lost. I'm sorry if you can't get into actual gangbang activity in the streets of LA. I'm sorry, and yeah, I'm apologizing. I'm sorry if you don't understand the culture and the life that you sit here and watch my stories and study my story to form the opinion that I'm lying. Like, I'm not going to be sitting around watching no liars channel. That's why I don't watch Donald Trump. And I like Trump's style, right? Trump go hard. Trump tell it like it is. But I don't like the lying part, so I don't watch it. Bam, go get them t-shirts. Bam got to get them t-shirts. Bam already got t-shirts, bro. You're a little late. But it's all good. That he is, Bam. Tell him I send mine. Okay. Did you see ODM Slim interview this AM? Absolutely not. The 8-7 gangster who hit PNB Rock was originally from neighborhood 50. No, I didn't see it, bro. I mean, come on now. I've been busy all day. On the phone for 5.5 hours. Did a 30-minute live earlier and was trying to work earlier. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Been busy. Ain't had time to look at nobody's damn video today, man. What up, OG Steve? How you doing, man? OG Steve in the house. I'm just trying to get these brand profiles out for y'all, and I can move on, man. I could get back to some stories, you know what I mean, or something, right? And I appreciate the comment. Somebody left a comment. Somebody said, damn, Kev Mac. He said, you're profiling dead people now. He said, man, I like that. I appreciate that fact. Now, watch somebody else do it. Of course they are, but we're not worried about that. Like I said, man, I could keep switching lanes, man. I could get in the fast lane, the slow lane. I could bust a U-turn. I could reverse. Nigga, I could even go back in time and grab some of the classic interviews we got to go along with my narration. Feel me? You like the Brim interview? I think I got, you know what's funny? Thanks to Lady Little Country, she hit me to another guy involved in that service, going to the service and being involved in that murder. So now we got more information on that and was able to dig up some more. So Cool Breeze, we're gonna have to profile Cool Breeze pretty soon. And we actually have the clip, newspaper clipping where he actually beat the case. And you know what's important? Like in this video, I'm hoping the most important fact of the video is these two dudes caught a murder. They killed a woman on 58th and Hoover. And they did not talk to police investigators and got lawyers. And they walked. They beat the case. I'm hoping people look at that and be like, damn, like these dudes, the police know who they are. The police captured them and everything. But because they didn't turn on each other or give a motive, they walked. Can you give history on defunct hoods after the profile? It's possible. I'm sure now that you said it, somebody else will beat me to it. Be on the lookout. Somebody else is going to do it. Boulevard, thank you for that comment, man. I appreciate it. Research is key to interviews. You do a lot of that, Kev. Good stuff. Yeah, I do. And I said this last week. I say it again. Baby S-Mac really helps me out with that because he saves me so much damn time. And when it comes to research, I mean, I got a research hand, but I don't have that research as deep as S-Mac had. Like, I get the info to give to S-Mac, and so he can take the research further than I can. I can get to the names, I can get to the research and incident. I can't get as deep as he can, though. So we're a good team. I mean, he really helps me. I hate to keep saying it, but he really helps me, man. And the most important thing is the time. It will take me a week to do some of this shit that he helps me with that we can get done in about 2 days, 2.5 days, as opposed to a whole week if I did myself. And it may not be as thorough. I just email you my suggestions, not to mention them here. Thank you. Have you ever ran into interviewed OGs who moved to other states and carried their set name with them to those states? No, not yet. I have. Kev, you think you could do something on the Blackstones, either city or jungle, big names like you're doing with the Brims? It's possible. I mean, we could probably run T. Rogers for a whole week by itself. S-Mac is a damn almanac of gang history. Yeah, he's very good. He's very good. You know, I always say, him being younger than me and him steady reading and you know, living the way he lived, eating well, getting his coffee in the morning, his mind, his brain functions better than mine, a lot more clear than mine. So it's cool because when we do the interviews, like right here at the computer, or if I write something down or I go through my phone, oh no, I'll come up with everything. But off the head, right there on the spot, doing interviews, no, S got me on that. He really helps me. So S, you know, I mean, it goes both ways. Don't get me wrong, because S would be like, Matt, anything else? Matt, what was the name of this? Matt, what was such and such name? So it goes both ways. But he's a lot deeper in the history of things, the genealogy, the demographics, the world politics, the world, just everything. The culture and other things. I just got a text. All right. That was Frog telling me he had an hour conversation with AC today. So AC must be well. Shout out to AC Babalu. Green Bay beat all the elite seeded teams early on. Number one gang channel in the world, no long crip for life, cuz KMV. Lakers winning? Don't tell me Lakers were beating the Bulls. Do you and S-Mac go into the interview with questions already? No. We don't write nothing down. No. No. We just go. We just go, bro. We just go. Green Bay beat all the elite teams. That's crazy. Overhill historians. Uh, Lakers best the Heat. Game ain't over. Oh, we got Laker fans in the house tonight. I don't believe this. And LeBron's not playing, right? Didn't LeBron take the night off? Yes, man. I'm still doing story time, bro. Like I said, I'm trying to finish off this Bamm series, and then I'll try to get back to at least a week of stories pretty soon, right? Green Bay will probably beat the New York Giants. I think so. Mm. See what Bam said. Bam said that's what Kevmac authentic. He investigate before put it out there. Salute the brother. He's a real journalist, man. Thanks, man. We do put a lot of work in. That's why it kind of rubs me the wrong way when we put in years, and I'm not talking about days or months. We put in years. In fact, we put in decades now. A work, a research, dog. I mean, decades, and it's our third decade of doing this shit. And so when people come around and try to go against that history, it rubs me the wrong way. Good luck if you can find out that our research is not accurate. That's good. That helps us. That helps everybody that's interested. But it's like, why waste your time continuously trying to oppose what we done already put out? It really don't make a lot of sense to me. Unless you know otherwise. If you know otherwise, then you don't have to go do no research. Just put it out there. Fools are uploading your videos. They've been uploading my videos. That ain't nothing new. You and China Mac should do a video collaboration. I don't know who China Mac is. Y'all have been asking me about him for a while, about 3 weeks now. I don't know who a lot of these dudes are. And in fact, I mean, you could pretty much see why I don't need to even try to interview anybody or have them come on this platform, right? The way they turn on me, you know what I'm saying? The way they disrespect the help and the work that I put in. For what? Like, who are these dudes? I don't know them. No disrespect to these dudes, but I don't know them. Name didn't ring when I was coming up. Wise people always look for the truth, mate. It's what your job is about. All right. China Mac is cool. Shout out to China Mac. I still don't know him, but shout out to China Mac. Oh, they play with my name everywhere, so I'm not tripping, man. These dudes don't know me, man. It's cool. When we first started this live, what did a few people say? Just don't worry about the haters. So whoever's playing with my name on Viben's channel, I'm not even tripping, man. Let them keep playing with it, man. You started this history phenomenon. Nobody was doing this. Thank you, Misha G. Thank you. Kel Mac, cool. Let him steer his ship. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He just admitted he's Alicia about it. You funny, dude. Somebody else said the same thing, right? That's funny. At least he can't say nobody trying to holler, or did they? Kev, I got a question. Do LA have any black historical areas in the city? I asked that because a lot of blacks moved to LA from the South. Well, I don't exactly know what you mean by historical areas, but we have the Black Beverly Hills, Upper Baldwin, Windsor Hills, Ladera Heights. You got West Adams, very historical place in LA. Historical Adam, a lot of musicians were over there, a lot of clubs over that way. Um, Anything else? Slips my mind. Oh, Central Avenue. Central Avenue was a big street for jazz back in the day. Huge. And so yeah, we do. We do. Stan, what up, man? Good looking out. Appreciate it. Fitzgerald, what you mean, kinda? Misha G is cute, says Jerry. Lamert Park, man, I wouldn't throw Lamert Park in there though. You know that? Lamert Park ain't the best place for black people, man. Let me just say that. I mean, maybe the community, but the park itself, no, 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 no. Lamert Park, the park is basically our version of Santa Monica Boulevard in Hollywood, man. I don't talk about that spot. Mr. Pico was black with a Mexican wife. He built Los Angeles. Okay. Okay. It's all good. I'm not worried about the trolls, man. Trolls are funny to me. Like I said, trolls, I used to have troll night where the trolls could come in here. We can bag, man. You want a bag fest or whatever? All good. Kenneth Johnson, good looking out. SMAC's add world history to gang history. SMAC can ask a question about 1972 Compton gang history, and at the same time mention in 1973 there was an oil embargo that caused gas to skyrocket. This only happens on KMB, absolutely. You know, that's actually funny, but it's also factual. KP Video News, y'all. He said, yeah, Pico owned the entire county. That's funny. We only accept Sir Uncle Buck. That's our favorite troll, right? At least Buck donates, though. These trolls ain't coming in here giving up no super chats. Old Buck was super chat and cash app. So we love Buck. Like, Buck made it so long that Buck is one of us now, right? Like, when you walk in your house, do you have one of them little doormats or a runner inside your house? That's Buck. Buck is a guy we all step on. Buck is a guy we leave our dirt on. Buck is a guy that's only allowed to be by the front door to keep the dirt from getting in the house, right? That's our Uncle Buck, homie. OG Steve said, what? You and SMAC compliment each other when it comes to doing research? Top tier team in the genre. Absolutely, man. That's my ace in the hole, man. While these other dudes try to do it by themselves, they don't have the time to research like we do. An unofficial, official member. All right, Will. Mark Park was white in the 60s. Uncle Suck, sex plays, Kev, is foul. Uncle Buck's a cold dude sometimes, right? Kev, must take you a long time when trying to find research on brothers. You know their reputation, but to go through newspapers to find specific dates must be both time consuming and interesting. You absolutely right. I think who did I tell? I told somebody that today. It is consuming and it is interesting. I think I was telling Lady Country, I think. OG Bamm, good looking out, man. 131. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to all my Compton ninjas on the heels and the back of OG Bamm, Compton Front Hood 131. Hey, somebody sent me a funny joke, Bam. Can I repeat the joke, homie? I know you won't take it personal. It's not even coming from me. But somebody sent me a joke today, man. He said, I love Bam. I really love Bam. I love him no matter how many times he posts his cash app. I thought that was funny, Bam. Somebody keeps sending pizza shuttles to me. It's Uncle Buck. Westbrook has 7+ turnover. Not bad. If you keep it at 6 or 7, not bad for him, right? Kev, remember when Sir Uncle Buck got your PayPal locked for the money he took back? Nigga, you was mad. That was actually Cash App. Yeah, I remember that. I thought that was hilarious too, but not at the time that it happened. Buck is crazy. Buck is funny as hell. I can't get my cash outs back. If I send a cash out to the wrong person, which I did once, I couldn't get my money back. I kept trying to contact Cash App and tell them, give me my money back. I kept requesting it on Cash App every chance I got. They didn't give me shit back. Sir Uncle Buck got his dollar back, man. I don't know how he pulled that off. He got it back quick, too. Yeah, it was funny afterwards, man. I mean, shit. Buck probably needed that dollar, man. Any nigga that want his dollar back on Cash App, he got to need that shit. It might have been for a blunt, some gas, something, cigarette, but he needed that dollar. I ain't mad at him. Will, good looking out, man. Appreciate it. Michael Day, good looking out. Appreciate it. Bamm just started something here. See what I'm saying, Bamm? When I told you I support you and I hope other people see that and start supporting. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what it do, man. You come up, Bamm, a few people come right behind you. That's how you do it, Bamm. I'm telling you, man. Just talk to me, Bamm. I give you all the pointers to try to help you grow your channel and make your channel prosperous. You feel me? And this is my conversation that I have with you guys periodically. If you don't know me and you want to start a YouTube channel and you want to talk about gang shit, you want to do what me, Bamm, and everybody else do, right? All you gotta do is reach out respectfully. Hey, Kev Mac, how you doing, man? I'm such and such from such and such. You know, I know you from the other side. I'm a blood from Whoop De Whoop set. I enjoy your channel, or I see you doing your thing. You know, when you get a moment, can you holler? Can you give me a few pointers? Nigga, you in the game. You in the game at that point. You are in the game, man. I'm going to take the time out to help you. Man, Fitzgerald done flew me out there with him, man, to meet his family, hang out with him and have fun, go to a concert with him. Fitzgerald done flew out here. I done got him on stage at the Rare Breed concert, let him meet some real LA dudes. Fitzgerald probably has the first video ever filmed at the new soccer stadium in LA. If he don't have the first video ever filmed there, I guarantee you he got the second video filmed there. You know, I took him up there. I said, this would be a good look for you. Man, all it takes is communication, man. It's a little bit of respect. Not even an ounce of respect. Just a gram of respect, homie. You don't have to go with me. You don't have to diss me. You don't have to get mad at me. None of that, man. Just keep it real, man. I can help you out. But if you an asshole or you a hater, I can't help you, man. It ain't got nothing to do with your success or your downfall. But one thing I can tell you, a lot of those dudes that have attacked me and didn't get with me, they channels ain't doing shit. Real talk. They channels ain't doing shit. Real talk. Once I put that endorsement on you, though, tell them, Bamm, once I endorse you, you go from 32 subscribers to 1,300 subscribers. Tell me I'm lying, man. Matthew Moore, good looking out. Appreciate you, bro. Lakers beat the Heat, Kev. I can't believe it. I didn't even want to watch that game because I didn't think the Lakers would win. Ain't that something? You have to talk about cheek busting to get views. Wow, for real? I feel sorry for you, bro, if you got to do all that. Like you over there having conversations about how wide your cheeks got busted, nigga. What do you talk about? Like, how red is your rim? How much it still hurt? How much can you take? How much can you keister? Like, why do y'all come over here with them conversations? Because you know I'm a fire back. Go Lakers. That's what I'm talking about. Man, I'm the Bill Belichick of this shit, man. I got branches. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? But I don't do that, Leon Big Lee. I'm gonna get at you on the side and explain that to you when I get off this live, homie, because I really appreciate you. And I just want to give you some of my game, right? My man KP Video News. Weird a little. No, that's weird a lot, homie. That's a lot of weird. I'm hoping somebody trolled his name and profile. Kev, you started this bringing truth how people got down Cali style and worldwide, man. Bamm, cartoon, male, and gangster, got your stamp. All right. I almost want to laugh, but all right. Well, I can't give out wrenches while I'm on this app. I have to be on YouTube. Let me see if I could go on YouTube and give out a wrench. And Robert Richards, I'm not sure you deserve it of a wrench, homie. Like you're not that familiar with me. I'm not that familiar with you, I should say. Stan the man, what's up with you? Brooklyn, Brownsville, Crip, GSC, much love. Okay. Kenneth Johnson, yeah, I went to the celebration ball. Jackson State. Ooh, man, I've been down since 2019. I deserve a wrench. I don't know, Bully Vaughn. See, I think I'll be getting you confused with somebody. I don't want to say the person's name. I think I confuse you with somebody, man, that I went I went on a live, right? I went on one of them I went on somebody else's platform doing a live. And when I went in, I'm talking about as soon as I clicked on the live chat, I seen dudes tossing my name up. I'm like, whoa, if that ain't some backstabbing and fake shit right there, you feel me? Let me see what I can do here. Allerton always in the house, man. Let me see. Okay, here it goes. Always in the house. Oh, man. Fuck. I done messed up now. Let me see. I'm not even seeing your name on here, man. Oh, there you go. All right, who else am I missing? Easty Crip? Easty Crip. Oh, the Easty Crip already got his wrench. Am I missing anybody else? Okay, I'm signing off right now, so no more wrenches. Big U is fine from what I know. Kev, I don't want a wrench. Give me a key suit. I heard that, brother. Good looking out, Boulevard. Appreciate it. Nah is straight with me for sure. Nah is straight. But see, I'm gonna keep it real, man. I'm gonna keep it real. I had two moderators over here, and there was a lot of beef going on with three or four people. And out of them two moderators, I don't know which one, but they did some foul stuff. And this is why I narrowed down my wrench people to those that I really mess with. Out of those two people got no, yeah, two people got banned. One person that got banned was Steve from the Bronx, OG Steve. OG Steve has done nothing but support the channel. Me and Steve, we chop it up a lot of times through text messages and on Instagram, but nonstop, like every day, like I've been knowing him for years. Me and OG Steve were straight, like we bulletproof. One of the moderators banned Steve. How much hating can you do? Then banned somebody else from the channel, a female from the channel. That person now is a moderator on somebody else's channel. Like, if you didn't like kevmacvideos or you wanted to run kevmacvideos, that just wasn't going to happen over here. So, good luck, good riddance. Hope you enjoy the other channels you at. Probably trying to lick some balls and suck some things, but that was out of line. And so that caused me to get rid of some of these moderators and stick to the ones that I really know. You know what I'm saying? Misha G, when you get your taxes, buy me an AK and a half-pound of weed. Wow, man, what you gonna do with all that? Get high and shoot somebody? Can I get a wrench, Big Kev? I just told you, man, it's too late. I done signed off, man. We'll catch you another time, Scully. See, Kev Mac, even the good ones get blocked. And for what? Coming in here trying to be respectful? Man, Steve ain't disrespectful. He's a supporter, man. And that was just foul. That was some foul stuff. So that's how I know a lot of people be behind the scenes with that bull. You know what I'm saying? They be planting mobs to create chaos. Yeah, but only I can give out the moderator status though. How many people have met you in person? Uh, I don't know. I never counted, but a few, man. I know. I don't even know if I should say everybody's names, but I met a few, man, and all of them been good. Nobody's been no fake, no hater, disrespectful. Nobody did nothing foul behind my. Everybody's been A1 that I've met so far from online. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well, bro. Yeah, OG Steve been around. Steve is cool as hell, man. Me and Steve, we laugh, we joke. Somebody blocked me on Gangster from Santana Block Live. I don't want a wrench. I want a five team parlay. All right. It's gonna be NFL, bro. I'm late. No explanation needed for most of us to tap in. All right, all right. Couple of us been around since before StreamYard. That's what I'm talking about. BG Bob. I'm gonna email you for it, loco. All right, for sure, for sure. That way I don't forget. I missed you in Birmingham. Few people missed me in Birmingham. I think some of y'all really didn't want to show up anyway. Hit me with a link so I can tap in. For sure, for sure. That'll give me time to check some of these text messages. All right. Perlana, what Perlana at? Monique Hill. We got a few women in the house tonight, not like we normally do though. Kev, I met you in '09 at the circus at the crap table. This fool just told me I was lying about what I be winning. You told the story a couple times. You were sharp as a tack too, and yes, you was composing with your gambling. Straight $100 tips. Tell him, Michael Dave. Tell him, man. I don't even know why people be questioning that shit, man. Rich people and big hustlers, that shit ain't nothing to them. They probably laughing at me like Michael Concepcion calling me broke. Oh, broke ass nigga, like that police, oh, broke ass nigga. Like Charleston White said, oh, broke ass niggas. I'm a broke nigga to a nigga with real money. So for somebody to be offended by the numbers that I won and lost, that tells you how small their pockets are, or how much they don't get out the house, right? Nigga, you talking to a nigga that came up in the 80s, nigga that was on deck when crack first hit LA. What are you talking about? You talking to you talking to a nigga that was going out of town early in the game, nigga. Like what? Nigga, you don't know about that Ronald Reagan money? You don't know about the Reagan era? You don't know about coming out the Reagan era in the early 90s, fool? Like, nigga, a little bit of money ain't nothing. Everybody has some money, nigga. You look at it as bragging. I look at it like I'm trying to show you guys how sick I am, how addicting gambling is, how gambling ruined my life, nigga. You getting the whole wrong idea of the story because you ain't never had no money. Like, you got to be one of them pro kid wearing niggas. You had to be one of them niggas that was wearing football cleats to school in junior high school. You had to be one of them niggas your mama was bringing you home FUBU jerseys out the Goodwill. Come on, man. I'm a woman. I love your show. Thank you, Kiera. Yeah, I peeped the name, and you know, I've been noticing you absolutely, and I appreciate you for watching, and I appreciate your support. And I just want a few more women up in here so we can have some other conversation. We don't have to stay hardcore gang banging man conversation all the time. We need some man versus women conversation. Let's hear about the woman struggle who man caught a life sentence or caught a robbery and he got 10 to 20 years. Let's hear about what you're going through when you're at home with 2 and 3 kids by this man. Let's even talk about when y'all not loyal, when y'all cheat. Let's talk about how now you sleeping with your dude's friend while he's gone. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the friend that comes over to give you money to send to the homie, but he's touching on your booty and he's trying to come back when the kids go to sleep. We need them conversations. Like, there's a lot missing in this genre because we don't have women that's participating. You know what I mean? I try to get one of my homegirls to come on, but then she got a good job, and now she's too big to be on some channels and having conversations like this. You know what I'm saying? What up, KP?
Oh man, I was trying to figure out what I did wrong.
Man, what you did wrong is you started gang banging, man.
And shit, you know what? That was like old boy said, that was a lifestyle, man. I jumped off the porch, man, when I was in grade school. So hey, it is what it is. Addicted to the streets, my brother.
Yeah, man, that's really like a mental illness, really, when you really break it down.
Yeah, you can say that. It really is, man, because there's that adrenaline rush. That adrenaline rush that you get is habit forming. It's definitely it's a drug, man. It's a damn drug. You know,
Yeah.
hey, I traded the adrenaline rush of gang banging for money making, for pimping, for hustling, for whatever. But it was always the same thing. It was always the street life.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it all boils down to. It was always the street life.
Mm-hmm.
Till I
And
finally found out that none of that shit really didn't mean much.
yeah, it really don't. But like you said, that adrenaline rush, that's underrated, man. Addiction to the adrenaline rush, boy, that's powerful.
Yeah,
Because to get that rush, you get it in the streets, you could get it chasing women, you can get it doing robberies, you damn sure get it doing gambling, you can get it when you're trying to
yeah,
get high, drunk, anything, man.
yeah.
That,
Kleptomaniacs get it when they steal.
yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
it's that rush, man. It's like ain't not adrenaline is just a natural drug that's in your system that excites you.
Man.
So when you get to the point where you no longer have that and you start substituting it with other chemicals, hey man, you really do yourself a disservice. I tell people all day long, I got a natural high. I really don't need it. I don't need all that extracurricular, you know, this and that. Especially nowadays, man, when they putting fentanyl and everything, and people dropping like flies, bro. Dealing with the street chemists.
Well, Bam, you know what, Bam? Let me clarify what I meant by that. Because Bam said, no, gang banging isn't a mental illness, it's a choice. Well, from my perspective, Bam, correct me if I'm wrong, or we could agree to disagree, like KP always tell me, that I'm saying to gang bang, yeah, it's a choice. But that addiction, bro, that addiction, because we can say smoking crack is a choice. We can say smoking PCP is a choice. Now you're not addicted to nothing. Now there's no addiction no more. Smoking cigarettes is a choice. So what I was saying, what I was referring to, Bam, is once you get the gang banging and you're serious about it, it's really part of your life. It's hard to shake.
It's hard to stop. You love it. I mean, it's like it becomes part of your personality. It becomes you. You become it. And I
Yeah,
had a chick one day that was telling me something about, we was talking about this car I had when I was in high school, my first lowrider I had. And she said, well, that car was you. and I didn't understand what she was saying, you know, but you know, though that particular car became something that people recognized me by, so it actually became part of me as far as my personality was concerned. And people don't think on those terms a lot, you know, but gangbanging it's addictive. It's damn sure addictive,
Man,
you know. I
man.
mean, hey, I that's the only thing I can say, man. I know for me, I'm talking for me. It
Yeah,
was
I
an
was
addictive
speaking for
thing.
me.
But
Yeah.
the reason why I got into it, to be honest, was because I realized that the square niggas wasn't getting no girls. You had to be a thug. The girls, you know, they just liked, you know, coming from Chicago, man, the girls was attracted to the bad boys. So that was my reason, you know. And after I got into it, it was like, hey, you know, this is a whole new avenue here, man. You know, so like I said, I started off at a very young age, man. I had things that I wanted to do. Uh, my older brother, man, uh, hit me up with a lot of different books and stuff that I read at a very, very young age, man. Autobiography from Malcolm X, Pimp by Iceberg Slim, Ain't Supposed to Die a Natural Death by Donald Goines. I was reading these kind of books, man, when I was like 10 years old. So he was bringing home Black Panther papers and Muhammad Speaks, Muslim newspapers, and all this stuff, man. So I was getting bombarded with a lot of things, man. I figured by the time I was 12, I wanted to be a pimp. I really did. I wanted to be a pimp, just kind of reading that book. And so I would run into the pimps down on this street called 95th Street, which is where I live off of 95th and Parnell on the south side of Chicago. And I had a shoe shine box, and I would go down. There's a lot of stores and stuff down there. And I'd be out there shining the players in the pimp shoes and stuff, man, you know? So I always idolized these guys. They was always sharp. They always had a pocket full of money. They always had all these pretty girls around them. So, you know, this is like, you know, I'm sucking all this stuff up from these guys like a sponge, you know?
Mm.
And I'm like, man, that's what I want to be. I had a desire to be a millionaire by the time I turned 30. I had these are the kind of thoughts I was having as a child. So to go from that to actually ended up going through the banging stage and actually ended up being a drug dealer and being a pimp and being a drug addict and a hustler and all this other things that I was doing. Once I got it to the point of doing the things that I wanted to do, it no longer excited me any longer.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it's like on to the next thing, you know?
Yeah, so you get bored easy.
Yeah. I have an addictive personality and I know that. You
I
know,
do
it's
too.
like, you
I
know,
do too. I
yeah.
definitely do. I damn sure do. Ain't
Yeah.
nothing better than some good people. I'm coming back. I'm trying to see you.
Yeah, who you telling, man? You know, I mean, wars have been won and lost behind that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, hey man, I want to tell you one thing, Kev Mac. You know, I appreciate you, brother, because you're an inspiration to me. I don't give a shit what nobody say. All the haters out there can hate and talk all the shit they want to talk. But when you're dealing with somebody that's real and from the streets, man, and what you do is a service. It's a service to the community as far as, you know, getting a chance, young people get a chance to see, you know, the history of these things, but you also get a chance to see the downside of what happens when you end up gang banging and when cats end up going to jail for 20, 30 years and wasted 20, 30 years behind bars. That's the downside. So, you know, you have people that would throw it out there that would say what Kev Mac does is bad for the community and this and that. That's bullshit because it's something that everybody can learn from. Can learn from your page, man. And I'm happy for what you do, man. I appreciate it. Gave me an inspiration to do my show, you know. But I took mine in, you know, toward the news situation.
Right.
You know, I didn't need to become the next Kev Mac. It's
Right.
already Kev Mac.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So a hater's gonna hate, man. So you know all that nonsense that people come up with. You know, I try to let that shit roll up off me, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, you
You
know,
know,
once the thought is gone, it just roll right off. But
yeah,
in the moment, sometimes I just,
right.
man, I need to
Yeah,
respond.
it's hard though. It's hard because you don't expect that, as you know, especially from your people. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You don't expect that shit, man. It's like, you know, when I had my little hat business, man, I caught more trouble and had more problems dealing with my own people than any of my other customers. And it really hurt, man. It really fucking hurt because I'm like, you know, I'm trying to do you a service, the best service I could possibly do. And then that's how you get treated. You get turned around and people throw mud in your face.
Well,
You know, it's bullshit.
one thing I do understand and accept is, like, I got my regulars. Like, we always know we're gonna have 200 to 300 people on whenever I go live. That's just automatic.
Hmm.
Anything more is a plus, but 200 to 300 people gonna always be. So these are my faithfuls. These are the people that really like whatever the conversation is, whatever the content is. So now you got other people who just are coming through or just checking out the channel. So I don't expect them to feel the same way. They don't feel like they're getting a service. They don't feel like they're getting the content they want. So I understand that. So I'm not really tripping off that. But anytime somebody attacks my credibility, this is my lifestyle. This is what I live off of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and
I understand. I
yeah.
definitely understand, you know.
And I'm not even talking about nobody that made any recent interviews. I'm talking about old stuff where people say Mac did this or Mac said that. You know what I mean? And you don't know me. Send me an email. Ask for my number. Do
Right.
something to where
Right.
we can dialogue.
Yeah,
Then
it's ways of doing it the
yeah,
right way,
yeah.
you
Then you
know.
could get a better understanding of my
Yeah.
character instead
Right.
of clipping something from a video and putting your own spin on it. I don't like that shit.
Right. Yeah. I wish there was some kind of way, man, we could lock these videos to where, you know, like I said, I push that button on there, but people can still they find a way around it, you know. And it's really sad, man. You know, it's really sad. What does that say?
How did you know Larry and Clint Smith, who lived on 119th Street in Inglewood?
Larry and Clint Smith. I don't know them. I don't know who Larry and Clint Smith are.
Oh, I thought he said how
No,
did. He
no.
said
I had my oldest son's mother lived on 119th, right off the Yukon. So I was over in that area all the time. And
he
then
wrote,
my other kid's mother lived on 116th and was that Spinning. So I you know that originally that was part of chain gang territory, which until it flipped over and became IVCs. Because most of those guys went to Morningside. Those IVCs went to Morningside. And the guys on the other side of Crenshaw, the Watergates, they went to Washington. So that was going to be a conflict right in itself, you know, from the beginning, you know. But I didn't know those particular guys that they're talking about. Yeah, yeah. But I
man,
tell you, man, it's like I told you before when I did the interview, Raymond Washington drafted uh dang it, what is his name? Damn it, Jerome, Big Jerome, before he went to prison. Before he went, was that before he went in, or was it after when he got out? Doggone it. I think it might have been when he got out because everybody was thinking that he was supposed to be bigger than Tookie when he got out of jail, and he wasn't.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and he drafted Jerome when he came down to Morningside that day, which
Hey,
was a mistake.
KP, do you know Big Jack? He used to work out with Tookie.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
No,
he will be a good interview for somebody, man. That
yeah,
guy needs to give an interview before something happens to him.
right.
Because he
Well,
told me,
see, you know
he
what's
told,
weird, Kel? a lot of guys, older guys, won't do interviews, especially the guys that's been to the pen.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to do interviews, man. It's like, it's not like they're trying to forget the past, but some of them are afraid that if they do the interviews, man, that something's gonna happen to them. You know, they're gonna
Yeah.
slip up and say something, that a crime that they committed or some shit by accident.
Yeah,
You know.
but with Big Jack, it wouldn't even be about none of that. Big Jack was friends with Tookie and Raymond.
Okay.
And Tookie used to work out at Big Jack's house. Raymond Washington would come over there. I don't want to spoil it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hurt any
feelings.
Okay. I don't want to hurt any feelings, but
yeah.
He got some good ass stories, man.
Yeah.
About them two dudes.
Right,
and
right.
It needs to be on record, because if he
So was he from the east side? This guy Big Jack from the east side?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'd never heard of him. So
over there by like Avalon and what is that, Imperial?
Okay.
But on the Crip side, not on the
Athens Park, on the APB side.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I knew a lot of them guys over there on that side of town, because like the Denver Lanes, you know, they lived in that area, also closer towards Century.
Yeah.
Off of Denver, they all went to Locke. Well, not all of them, but a few of them actually went to Washington, but the majority of them went to Locke, and we used to just call them the Locke boys. But anyway, back to the guy you was talking about, Big Jack. No, I didn't know anything about him. After I kind of was more when I was into my money situation, you know, I figure at my biggest, I probably had about some 17s, maybe 17 and a half, maybe. And I was, you know, but when I got into hustling really, really hard and using drugs, man, all that shit just disappeared. Man, but I did get an invitation from Tookie, man, to come work out with him at the at Babe's gym over there. I think it was like 101st off Vermont. There's a little gym over there. And he was telling me one day, I saw him at the gas station I was working at on 103rd and Western, a Lerner gas station. And that was one of the first self-service gas stations in LA. And he's like, yeah, man, you need to come down to the gym, man, and work out, man. You can get big, man. And, you know, you got some nice cuts. You'll get big in no time. You know, I'm like, yeah, okay. You know, I didn't go.
I know UL says, correction, Kev, Jamel took you down on this program. I wouldn't call that a correction. I would say Jamel worked out with him. So did Big Jack.
Right. But those two guys were the cats you would see together all the time, was Jamel and Tookie. They was just into the bodybuilding, you know.
Yeah, but that was earlier. See, when Raymond got out of prison, think about that. Where's Jamel at in 75 now?
Yeah.
Big Jack and Tookie, that's his workout partner.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's the difference between cats you hanging out with, that you banging with, and cats that you working out with.
Yeah.
Because he was a more, just like Big Mouse. Mouse was and Michael Christian, you know, they was all into the bodybuilding. Bodybuilding, you know, that's something entirely different, man. You know, anybody can lift weights. Yeah. But when you get to the bodybuilding level and you sculpting muscles, that's an entirely different set of workout right there, man. You talking about full body. But yeah, them guys, there was some pretty big cats out there in the streets, man. I'm telling you. You know. Man. Then you had the penitentiary weightlifters, man, that had all upper body strength, man, and no legs, you know. Yeah. Little skinny bird legs, man. Right. You know, it's like, man, look at these cats. But the guys that were serious about it, they had the whole body workout, you know. Yeah. But
but there's no denying that Tookie and Jamel ran together. I mean, that's all when you hear stories, them the two you hear.
Them the two you always saw. Right. I mean, they was together. Right. Especially when he had that Lincoln. Tookie had that gold Lincoln. Yeah. He had a gold Lincoln, man, with hydraulics in the front, rugged on Kragers. And you know, they were together all the time. That I'm telling you a quick story about the Hilton Hotel downtown. Mm-hmm. Coincidentally, I ran into Cutes, Mouse, Rusty, Tookie, Jamel, Keith Iverson. I don't know if Pookie was there, but there was a whole lot of Crips. There was a dance there, and at the Hilton Hotel, you got it's like an escalator. You go down. It's like downstairs on a lower level. So I go in the bathroom. And Tookie's in there putting this cocoa butter on. You know, he used to put that cocoa butter on his muscles to kind of make the shit shine or whatever. So I walked in the bathroom, man. I turned around and walked back out, you know. When I went back in, because at that time I hadn't met him through Barbara Armour. I hadn't met him. So it's like, wait a minute, I know him now. You know, so I go in the bathroom, take a leak. Anyway, Jamel and Tookie go out in the middle of the dance floor. And they just flexing. Now you got 30, 40 broads, man, just standing around them in a circle, man, just oohing and ahhing, looking at their muscles, right? But in the background, I'm paying attention. Willie Johnson, we just found your wallet. You come to the lost and found. Sable, we just found your purse. So I said, I thought about it. That said, these motherfuckers are organized. Cause all the time they watching Tookie and Jamel, they had cats that was stealing and pickpocketing and taking purses. It was a distraction. So after they got all they needed, it was like, all right, well, they get ready to leave. So Tookie and Jamel are going on the escalator first. So you got all these other guys behind them. And here I go, following behind them too. Because I'm there I'll see Hilton Booker. So I'm talking to Hilton Booker. And so we get outside and he was like, yeah, we going someplace else. At the time I was riding in the Cadillac. I had a yellow 66 Cadillac Sedan DeVille. Hilton had a 67 Coupe DeVille that was brown. We had the Seville hubcaps on them. They looked like wire wheels, air shocks in the back. So he's like, yeah, we getting ready to go someplace else. And I'm like, nah, I'm getting ready to go, man. So I split. Because the last time I followed somebody, I end up getting my car taken. I said, this shit ain't happening again, doggone. I'll get my ass out of here. I went home. But that shit really opened my eyes to the organization, how they was doing things. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, I can see it because I was looking at it from a distance.
Yeah.
You know.
What's up, Bamm?
What's going on? I'm listening to the brother, man. I'm loving this little stories, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's up, my
brother, man?
Man, you know about all that, man. You know how them cats used to do. You know how them cats used to do, man. You was right there with them.
Hey, they definitely everywhere Tookie and Jamel went, they was putting baby oil on them. And for some strange reason, it just died on me. It was causing a distraction and a whole lot of shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Big distraction.
I ain't know they was stealing. I wish I could have been a part of that. You know?
Man, they stopped the whole concert. Right, they stopped the whole concert at Watch Stacks. They stopped the whole concert. So people following Jamel and Tookie down on the field. Remember they had the stage on the field, but it was that part of the field was empty. There wasn't no people out there. When Tookie and Jamel went out there, everybody went out on the field.
Just to see somebody
damn. Everybody went out on the field and started going toward the concert, toward the concert stage, until I think it might have been Rufus Thomas that was on there dressed with some damn hot pants on and some go-go boots.
Yeah, the pink hot pants and the white
pink hot pants on, some white boot. Told everybody to kind of get back. Say, yeah, y'all can dance, but kind of get back. Don't go, get too close to the stage. But that was a hell of a concert, man. And Watch that. Yeah. That was a hell of a show. I'll tell you another time I went to the I got caught up in the middle of some stuff. Maybe that's why I was having problems. Anyway, I go to the Forum to the Marvin Gaye concert, the last concert he did. I see Richard Taylor, which was one of the Inglewood Crips, original Inglewood Crips, used to be with Mike Christian and them and Kenny Robinson and them. But I'm friends with him because his brother is the congo player in my band. So, you know, we kind of got a loose relationship. So I'm walking with him. It didn't dawn on me because the forum got like a circle when you and then you go either up to your seats or down to your seats. And we walking around this circle. I looked and it's Tookie and Jamel in the front of the crowd, and it's a few other guys behind them. And I'm walking around this crowd with Tookie and Jamel around the circle. Marvin Gaye comes on. They went down to the front and just took some front row seats. Took the front row seats, man, front row center. And the cat, whoever seated was, they gave him up. You know, it's like, you know, I went to another direction. You know, I went up, and I'm like, man, them guys would just go. They would just go wherever the hell they wanted to go. Wasn't nobody gonna stop them. Who was gonna tell them they couldn't? So, yep, them dudes was big, man. They were big. Yep. Yeah. Telling you, man. We used to have fun back in the day, man.
Yeah, that was living.
Back in the day. Yeah. Yeah.
That was living. That was enjoying life, man.
Yeah. We was just a bunch of young kids out there, man, doing whatever the hell we wanted to do. And then the powers that be decided, no, you motherfuckers can't. And that's when they start giving out all that time. Shit.
That 7 to life sentence, that 1 to life sentence.
Man, look. Cats started disappearing just like they did in the 60s when cats was going to Vietnam. The whole neighborhood's disappeared. Where's so-and-so at? That motherfucker's in the army. He got drafted. Shit. You know. Yeah. Yep. My brother got in trouble. They was like giving him an option. Shit. He ended up going into the Navy. He volunteered, went to the Navy. They sent his ass over to England.
What?
I take that back. He went to Spain. They put him on a submarine and sent his ass to Spain when all the other cats in the neighborhood went to Vietnam. I said, well, you lucky ass nigga. Yep. Because they want small people, man. They don't need 6'5" cats on a submarine. They need small cats that don't suck up a lot of air and don't eat a lot of food and don't drink a lot of water, you know? Yeah. Yep.
That's what I said about my pigeons, man. I don't need no big ass pigeons. I need some little ones.
Yeah, that's great. I know that's right.
Yep. Your food bill goes up, huh? It's like having a big ass doggone Saint Bernard. You got a big Saint Bernard. I'd give me the Chihuahua shit.
Yeah,
I can get that motherfucker a couple of hot dogs and he good. Shit.
Save me on food, huh?
Hey, the Saint Bernard gonna have to starve because it's like shit. That motherfucker eat more than me. You eat more than me. You better do something to protect this house.
Hey, KP, this is what you was looking at while they was stealing.
Yeah, stuff like that, man.
Hey,
that was in 76.
That little kid down there by the left arm, he looked like he trying to see who doing all the stealing.
I'm telling you, man, it was a distraction. It was a real distraction, you know, because it was the women that would be enamored, man. They would just come in and just swamp. They would just circle around these cats, man, just like, you know, moss being drawn to a magnet, to a fire, to a flame. And you know, hey, they attracted a lot of women, man. You know, ask Cutes about that. He'll tell you.
That type of behavior right there inspired a whole lot of other people to go get buffed. They thought they can get women like Chuck and Jamel and them did.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. They thought. They thought, but those guys you talking about people with a reputation. I've seen parties clear out, just by somebody saying, Tookie and Jamel is coming. I was like, hey man, where you going? Party's over. The whole party would clear out. Serious. I done seen that shit happen, man, in Inglewood a few times. Thing about it was they never showed up. Just the word, just the conversation about them coming.
Their name.
Just to mention their names held a lot of weight, you know. Yeah.
No, that's right.
Yeah. But I never had no fear like that though, man. I guess that's probably another one of the reasons why I didn't hang you know, with the that long as far as, you know, when I was in high school, because I couldn't find myself being limited to a certain area. I like to go all over town. You know, I'm going to Compton, I'm going to Long Beach, I'm going to Pomona, man. I'm out in the valley. I was everywhere, man. You know, but I had cats that lived in my right. I had cats that lived in my neighborhood that would. I had a guy jump out my car, man, one day. I stopped at the light. Said, "Where you going, man?" I said, "I'm going ready to go over here, man." Oh no, man, I don't go past Western. Like what? Nigga, shit, man. I'm getting ready to go past Western. I'm getting ready to go past Vermont. I'm getting ready to go past Central, doggone. I'm going wherever I want to go.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm traveling.
Man.
This guy says, interesting that all you guys knew each other, even though y'all lived distances between each other.
Man, you know what?
It's because they weren't scared to get out.
Exactly.
They weren't afraid to get out.
During them days, man, LA was so full of brothers, man. Everybody want to go to concerts and shows, man.
Yep. Yeah. And the concerts was cheap.
Yeah.
10, 15 bucks. Come on, man.
Ooh, that was probably high back then.
Shit, man. Look.
Based on the comedy, it was high, but it was cheap compared to now.
Yeah.
But this the cold part, Kev Mac. He throwing some real history when he say, man, I ain't want to be stuck in one box. I wanted to get out there.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of dudes, man, was scared to get out there, boy. They was trying to blame it on the gang banging, but they was just scared, man.
They was scared.
Go to their girlfriend's house at nighttime, 12 and 1 in the morning, instead of going in the daytime. Man, I'm going to my girlfriend's house when they having a family function. I don't care where she live at. You know what I mean? And that's what that was, man.
Yeah.
That was some good times, though.
Yeah, it was, man. It was exact, you know, I found that to be true in all neighborhoods because I had met some cats on the east side that I was kicking it with, guys in Imperial Courts. That man, and I had one of the guys that was in my car one day, and he jumped out the car when we got to Vermont. You know, I'm going down Imperial, man. You know, I'm going over to Inglewood, man, to pick up a package. Like, yeah, shit, he jumped out the car, man. I'm like, damn. I said, and I thought about it, and his dude told me he had never seen the beach before. He was born and raised in LA, had never seen the ocean.
I've heard a couple of people say that. It sounds so weird to me.
Yeah. I just seen Venice Beach 3 years ago.
Is that right?
Damn.
Yeah. Okay.
I never, it wasn't that I was afraid. I just never went when everybody else was doing all that good hanging out at certain spots. I was always in juvenile hall or jail.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I went to Redondo Beach, first place I kissed a white girl. I knocked the white girl at Redondo Beach, but I never went to Venice Beach till 3 years ago. Now I love going on the boardwalk. I love going on Venice Beach to the boardwalk. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. Venice, Santa Monica, all of that.
Yeah.
Long Beach is nice. It's cool to hang out.
Yeah, the Pike, they remodeled the Pike. They remodeled it.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. It's cool now.
Yeah. But I think that I like the old Pike back in the 70s, man, with all the rides.
Without a doubt.
It was almost like a circus going to a carnival or something, man. It was cool. You know, that's when all the cats from the ships would come in, and it would be a mixture, a wide variety and a mixture of people, different people in hanging out in Long Beach. And that's what I think the hate-filled crackers hated, because everybody was getting along. Black, white, Asian, Mexican, everybody was getting along. It was interracial relationships, man, all over. Cause all over Long Beach. That's all I ever saw when I went to Long Beach. A black dude with a Mexican chick, a Mexican dude with with a sister, stuff like that. It was normal in Long Beach.
Hey, Bamm.
Hey.
The saying said Bamm knew my big homies before he even been to the beach.
Without a doubt, I did. I knew Putnam before I ever been to Venice, man.
Okay.
Hey, watch this. I used to look at Venice Beach on the news in the pen, right? I said, shit, that's like going to Hollywood. What the fuck I want to go to Venice Beach for, right? Then Putnam used to tell me, and Honey Bear used to tell me about Venice Beach. Said, man, that's the place to be. So when I came home, my girl finally took me there. I ain't know they had spots you can eat at, get your drink on and do all that. Now I
All
love
that.
going on the road. I immediately walk past a little muscle part. I ain't attracted to looking at nobody buff iron. I did that at Cinderella Park, looking at Chucky and then walk around being buff. So I ain't attracted to that. But it's a lot of talent on that boardwalk. You see kids and parents doing their thing. Then you know, if you're looking for some freaky stuff, you're gonna see that too at the boardwalk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I go there at least about 3 times out the month.
Yeah, that's cool. That skater dude that used to be out there that played the guitar. He ended up getting in the Gap Band video. In the Gap Band video, he's a hell of a guitar player, man. You name it, he could play.
The black dude that was selling them sunglasses, he got him a commercial, that Blue Blocker commercial.
Okay.
Was that right?
Yeah. Blue Blockers.
It's all about where you be at, man.
Right. Where you be at, you got to be at the right place at the right time. You know,
man.
Yep.
You know,
yeah, because that's what life is all about.
Out there.
Yeah, that's what life is all about, though, man. Being at the right place at the right time. Man. And just hope you don't be at the wrong place at the wrong time, because that shouldn't get your ass caught up.
Figured that one out. I done finally figured that one out. You call that one right there. Shit.
Yeah.
So Mouse and Q's uncle, they got in a video of Venice Beach.
Is that right?
Right?
What's his uncle's name?
Farmer Al.
Wow, I don't even know who that is.
No, they just was flexing it.
Okay.
Showing their yokes.
Yeah. Because a lot of them guys that went out that way, and I'm gonna tell you a true story about, because I knew this guy. It was a weightlifter named Kong. They call him Kong. I worked with him at the marina at the post office, and he knew Michael Christian and all these guys, from weightlifting and lifting weights at Gold's Gym out in Santa Monica, down by Muscle Beach and all that.
Yeah.
But what he told me was one of the reasons why Tookie didn't make it was because of his gang affiliation and the people that controlled the weightlifting industry. For whatever reason, man, put that strike against him, and they wouldn't let him get into that weightlifting organization.
I can believe that.
That was the reason, So I got this coming from a guy that was involved in the weightlifting situation,
Yeah.
And that kind of discrimination is garbage. It's garbage, because if that was the case, why did they allow Mike Christian to do what he did?
Yeah, they hated on Munson too.
Yeah,
but Mike.
Well, Mike Christian name wasn't as big as their name.
Well, actually, they hated on Mike a little, but not to the extent that they did Munson and them.
Right.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let Mike Christian win some of the bigger.
Right. I think did he ever get that Mr. Universe? Because I know he got Mr. California several times.
I think he kept being runner up for Mr. Universe, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I was surprised to see that. Ever become Mr. Universe?
Yeah. I was surprised to see that, because I saw him on TV. I'm like trying to tell somebody, I know that dude. I went to high school with him. And when you tell people those things, man, they look at you like, oh yeah, right.
They doubt you.
They don't believe your ass.
They doubt you. That's what people on YouTube do. But they don't want to come on YouTube and put their story out there and say how they know somebody. They doubt you.
Yeah. Anybody that doubt it, all you gotta do is call him and ask him. Shit.
Man.
Yeah.
Hey, KP, you like women bodybuilders?
I like women bodybuilders that are feminine looking, not them ones that got them masculine man looking fucking muscles, not them big giant steroid taking
like men.
Bertha Button them. No, I don't fuck with them. No, but the ones that's in shape, that are feminine, that still got boobs and still got all the feminine stuff. Yeah. But the ones that lost their chest, their boobs turned into a chest, and they got, back arms, man, bigger than my head. No, I don't. Oh, that shit don't attract me.
Say it again.
They taking steroids and shit, man. They start getting growing facial hair and getting Adam's apples and all kind of shit start popping out.
And they look ugly. They look
Bam,
ugly.
you seen that in prison before, Bam?
What?
Men on them steroids with them.
I ain't know nobody that was taking steroids in the pen, right?
I'm saying you didn't see no men with women shape in prison.
Hey, watch this, man. I ain't never been attracted to a man, but I'm gonna give y'all a story right quick. I was in Tehachapi, B whiskey. I had just got out the shoe, man, and was a punk on that yard, prettier than any CO on the yard. Watch this, man. And I ain't never seen 100 men taking this punk to TVs and everything. And they wasn't even letting the punk come to the main line, right? Punk had boobs and everything, man. One dude, watch this. When they took the punk to the hole, pinned the transfer because it was too much traffic, dude sneaking in the building. A Crip dude off the east side assaulted the police, but he can go to the hole to follow the punk.
Oh, shit.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh,
I used to say, man, that's ridiculous. But in Vacaville, they used to give homosexuals that was had the breasts and all that, used to give them whatever they needed to have that shit still showing. They used to give them that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them weightlifted females that lose their femininity, they start looking like homosexuals. They look like trans, I ain't talking about them. I don't want nobody to get on the show and cuss me out and say Kev Mac gay back. I don't want nobody.
But you're right, though.
That.
They do look like men.
But
they start looking like men.
Yeah, they start looking like men. They look like a man in drag. And that's a look that I ain't got no problem with no girl going to the gym just to get it firm. What you thought you had lost, get it back firm. But I don't need no woman bigger than me. I don't want no woman bigger than me. I don't want no woman that can lift more pounds than me. You feel what I'm saying? If that's the case, I'm gonna stop taking the trash out.
I don't care if she's bigger than me, stronger than me, but don't have more muscles than me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. More muscles than me. I don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't have some sexy fat women, man. They think Oprah Winfrey brought the full figure woman out. No, I had some fat women that was cool. You understand what I'm saying?
We all had a couple of them.
You feel
we all had a couple of them, but not all of us gonna admit it.
Hey, watch this. The only thing I found the difference between the brick house woman and the fat woman is the dress size, man. Everything else is the same thing. They can do the same thing and we can all perform the same way, man. You know what I mean? You get dudes in the penitentiary can't even crack a fat woman. You understand what I'm saying? So
I think the big girls treat you better.
Well,
treat you a whole lot better.
I done heard that too. I done heard that too, man. The girl I want to hook Kev Mac up with when he do the Tyree video. She was my girl. She grew up on Tyree Street. They was Tyree Street, Rooster Street. They was like brothers and sisters, right? She a big woman. I still love her today. She just ain't my woman. You understand what I'm saying? But I still love her today. She weighed like 300-something pounds. She got cancer. She's going through some things though. But hey, man, that girl, her performance was like a woman weighed 110 pounds. And I admired all of that. You understand what I'm saying?
Light on her feet, huh?
Man.
That's what I was asking, Bam. Southside Compton. He said Vacaville.
Yeah, they gave him hormone shots. They gave him that.
Right.
They gave him that. They gave him that. They gave him that. They gave him that.
Yeah.
When you hear dudes, watch this, Kev Mac, I ain't trying to take it off topic, right? When you hear these dudes be trying to say Crips and Bloods that was booty bandits, no, they need to do their investigation. Whatever Crip and Blood was in Vacaville, them was the booty bandits. The ones that went to where the punks was at. You understand what I'm saying? Because I remember when I first got to Old Folsom, man, a dude out of Carson. He had his photo albums on the yard when I got out the show. And I'm looking at the photo. I'm like, damn, man, these some bad. I'm looking at men. I'm saying these some bad females. I'm thinking they in Pleasanton in the federal prison. He said, no, man, I was in Vacaville. I'm like, oh, man, I'm good. In your photo album, man. You understand what I'm saying? That threw me off, man. You know what I mean? But
he had the transformers on there, huh? Switch the rules.
Yeah, but in Vacaville, they used to get them hormone shots where they can have their breasts start looking like women and all that.
Yeah. They just executed one of them last night.
And well, I
back
seen that. I seen that
in,
on phone when I went to work this morning. I seen that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
seen that. Yeah,
yeah.
I seen that.
That person, that sucker had killed I don't know how many people. He was a serial
Yeah,
killer. Yeah,
yeah, I seen that on my phone. I was going to work this morning.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
crazy, man. It's crazy. But you know that they had the one guy that was similar to like what you saying. It was going through that, and the state actually paid for the operations. You know,
yeah. I think he
not
sued
just the
before you can
shots.
get the operations, right?
Yeah, he sued and got the
Yeah,
operation,
yeah,
and so now, you know, but the one that tricked him was that the guy that was supposed to have been, you know, on that level, and they sent to the female prison, and he ended up
yeah,
getting about
yeah,
2 or 3 of them broads pregnant while he was
yeah,
over there.
yeah.
So they didn't took his ass out of there and sent him to the men's prison now.
Man,
Hey, Mariah, you might not want to run from this conversation because you never know what the guy you sleeping with is doing.
you crazy. Hey, watch this, man. This the cold part when you say that right there, Kev, man. That's why they said ain't no male shortage. There's a male shortage on the street. I'm just keeping it 100. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't the old. It ain't the old and the in between in our generation. It's more youngsters dwelling like that than anybody else. I hate to say that. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, man. It's
Yeah, you're
strange, but
right.
it's true.
You are
You
right.
know?
You are definitely true
Yeah,
on that because
yeah,
it's like in their generation now, it's almost like it's acceptable. Whereas
yeah.
our generation, when we was at that age that they are now, man, we used to chase them suckers home and take their money. Give me your money, punk.
Money. It used to rob them, right?
Exactly.
And
So
then watch this. I told somebody when I was a drug counselor in the pen, right? I said, man, let me tell y'all what that meth drug really is. That's a homosexual drug. I said, don't you see every time them preachers that get busted for messing with punks, they get caught with that? I said, that's a homosexual drug. I said, then they trying to eliminate crack cocaine, so they gonna funnel that in the black community for y'all to stay up 4 or 5 motherfucking days and y'all start dwelling with yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just what it was, right?
yeah,
But I know when I was like 12 and 13, man, we used to catch the bus from Compton, go downtown LA, right on El Segundo and Wilmington, man. You think I'm lying, in front of Willowbrook Junior High. We used to think it'd be females standing there, be a gang of homosexuals, and we used to rob them. We used to rob them, pull out our little pistols and knives and screwdrivers, even got on them with bats a few times. You understand what I'm saying? And rob them. When I was coming up, only way you seen that type of behavior, you had to be in that type of community. If you
yeah.
didn't go in that community, you didn't see them. They were so deep in the closet and embarrassed about what they was doing.
Right. They
Now
wasn't
openly out.
out in the streets. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah. You
Just look,
know,
Eddie
they
Murphy
put it,
told that lie. Eddie Murphy told that
you
lie about when he
know
got
what he
caught.
was in Hollywood doing. You know what he was in
Man,
Hollywood doing.
anybody that live in LA know that this gave people all up and down Santa Monica Boulevard.
Man,
Yeah,
that ain't no
right,
I mean, that's common knowledge,
knowledge, yeah.
right.
you know.
You know,
So for him to tell that
that was
lie,
real facts right there.
Hey,
yeah,
Bamm, let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
Since you did a lot of time in prison,
yeah,
I'm assuming you've seen some foul stuff at some point. So my question
yeah.
is, do you feel it's our position to tell the women, like if you see your homegirl with somebody you was in prison with and he was
And I
foul,
know he messed with a man.
yeah, is it our job
That
to
happened to
explain
me.
to her?
That happened to me, man. That happened to me.
So what do
I
you
was
do?
messing with this girl, right? And her sister came over. I'm finna meet her sister for the first time. She coming over to her house and walked in with a dude that I seen kiss a man in the pen. I called my baby. I said, man, let me holler at you. Let's go to the kitchen. I said, man, tell your sister stop fucking with dude, man. He might have that shit. He was in the pen messing with them dudes.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That's watch this, man. That's what I get mad at with dudes that's doing it. Come home and tell people what you was doing. Because that can cause some detrimental harm to somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't know who got that stuff. You don't know who got that disease, man. But I experienced that, man. Right today, me and that girl I used to go with, me and her sister, tight as fuck. She said, I brought that up to dude attention. The next morning, man, he got hot. Fuck Bamm. I said, why you didn't bring him back over your sister's house? You feel what I'm saying? Because I had to tell her, man. I had to tell her. And man, your sister needs to stop. Don't mess with that dude, man. I seen that dude. And the dude he was messing with had that stuff. That was the word in the system. So, hey, you better tell your sister to go take a test. That's our responsibility, man.
Yeah.
See, it's taboo for men to mess with men, but it ain't taboo for women to mess with women. They don't look at that as being taboo.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But it was a dude. You think I'm lying, Kev, man? Right before I paroled, man, it was a dude. You know, folks, we on the yard one day, he used to mess with that meth he was telling me. He said, yeah, man, one day we was in Long Beach. Me and my girl was at the gas station. I'm going in there to get something. When I got back in the car, everybody was pulling up. Gangbanger dudes, he was saying, right? My girl was saying, oh, yeah, he back catching, he pitching and catching. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm asking them, shit, if they saying that's what they do, was you doing that? You understand what I'm saying? They make that like it's I don't knock nobody's sexuality. I don't want nobody to think that, right? That's the new norm out here amongst young cats, man. And older cats too. It ain't just no young thing, but it's they in the closet with it. Then when they catch the shit, you don't want to go. I don't mess with a whole lot of girls. When I find out certain people catch something, I don't want to go in that community and mess with a girl. I'm good. I don't know if he was fucking. Yeah, I'm just like, I got. Hey, watch this, man. Kev, Mac, you think I'm lying, man? You okay, B? I'm 62 years old, man. I ain't never caught nothing in my life. I never had a sexual disease. And I ain't never used a Trojan but 2 or 3 times in my life.
Well, you a lucky motherfucker.
That's God on my side. Listen to me, that's pure luck, man. Listen to me, man. And I'm glad I picked the right ones. You know what I mean? I know I ain't never cracked a whole lot of virgins. I might have had 2 virgins in my life, but I know every girl I hadn't had somebody else in her life. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to be careful of what you're doing. That's why I love the big Heron so much. Heron pumped the fear of God in me in the LA County Jail Center. If you ever hear I mess with boys, that he'll do something to me. So I never did well like that. But I had a lot of partners that was in the county jail doing it, and it wasn't just gang members. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't just gang members doing that in prison. Man, that was everybody. You got whites and Hispanics say they didn't do well in that. They did that. They did. Everybody in prison did that. I just was so happy. When I first went to the pen, Kev Mac, this is when you can go get somebody birth certificate and go get ID in their name. So my girl got ID in my sister's name. Your family can give you family visits. I was going on family visits. Every 6 months, I was going on a family visit. I was doing me. You understand what I'm saying? Almost lost my family visit one time because I cut my girl hair off out on a visit.
Oh my goodness.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I went big on a visit. She come up in there doing some things I know you wouldn't been doing with me, so you're doing them with somebody else. And I went big on her. She just didn't tell the police what I did. But I was going on family visits and I knew how to bust a female. Pretty Boy hooked me up with a fat bro. Pretty Boy hooked me up with my first fat female in prison, man. Kathy Anderson. Sexy, cute personality made her more beautiful. And I was, man, listen to me. Somebody, my cousin from the bottom told me, I said, man, I got a fat girl. He said, the only thing she can't do is wear another woman's dress size. And I understood that. Understood that, man. Understood that, man. So dudes that dwell in that type of behavior. Look at the literature we read when we was coming up, man. You didn't see that. Iceberg Slim had that in one paragraph in a book. He didn't dwell in that no more. You read
but you know what though?
Now,
I don't think it's that many motherfuckers out here. How can I say this? I think this whole situation is overblown as far as the numbers go. Because you know, if you think about Hollywood is controlled. The entertainment field itself is controlled by gay people. Yeah. So they can throw out the narrative however they feel like throwing it out. I believe they inflate their situation because if you turn the TV on, you see what you see on commercials, what you see in a lot of TV shows now. they showing more and more gay people on these different TV shows and all that. I don't think it's that many of them, man. I really don't. They give us that illusion that it is.
I believe they put it out there to belittle the black male, not to belittle nobody else, to belittle us. That's just my opinion.
Right? Oh yeah, they do. Man, I've had this conversation before, and I think about how many black men that Hollywood have forced to put them dresses on.
I don't think they force them.
They force them as far as like they tell them your career is not going no further unless you put this dress on.
That's why Dave Chappelle say he fell out with him.
I think
they wanted him to put on the skirt. He said, "No, man, I can't do." Hey, watch this, man. When I seen that movie with Ving Rhames dressed in drag, I couldn't believe it.
Ving Rhames, Wesley Snipes,
that kind of threw me off. You
all
looking
them
at
cats.
these dudes, and
but the ones that didn't do it,
man, that's what they do.
The ones that didn't do it was famous enough to not have to do it. You know, Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington.
I mean,
Richard Pryor,
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, Richard Pryor. Yeah, Richard Pryor. The first cat that did it was who was that? Probably Flip Wilson. Without putting that shit on.
Yeah, Flip Wilson.
Right. Man. So Jamie Foxx did it on Living Color, and then the other cats on there did it.
What about Ricky Williams, football player?
Oh yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Well, Charles Barkley, for that matter, Barkley put on a dress too. Shit.
Dennis Rodman wore them willingly.
Yeah. And some high heels, and it's like, see, that's the emasculation of the black man. And I agree with you 100%. Yeah, and the reason why they did that, I'm gonna give you the clue. Back in 1970, 71 when the movie Shaft came out?
Yeah.
Okay. Richard Roundtree. He was a model at one time. He became a movie star. The people that made that movie Shaft famous was white women. White women saw that movie. They was going back to see that movie 4, 5, 6 times because they had never saw a black masculine man that was handsome, black, and in charge. They had always saw those guys playing butlers and chauffeurs and massa and all that stuff. Yeah. And when they saw Shaft and they told their girlfriends about, you got to go see this black dude, Richard Roundtree, Shaft. You got to go see him. Shaft the white women made that movie famous. So from that point on, Hollywood was dead set on emasculation of the black male. Yeah. Because you had a lot of black exploitation movies. You had Jim Brown and all these cats that wasn't about to put no damn dress on. That was playing in all these other movies, Street the Hard Way, Black Harlem
Jim
Godfather.
Brown, first brother kissed the white girl on TV, wasn't he?
Yeah. It probably no. It had to be probably. I think it might have been Sidney Poitier. Well, I guess it was coming to dinner. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But
back in the 60s.
I believe they do that. I had an uncle that was gay, one of my mother's little brothers, man. Shit. I ain't never knocked that. This what you like, that's what you like, man. I'm cool with it. Just don't bring it around me.
You understand what I'm saying? Don't bring it around me and don't bring it around my kids, motherfucker. Shit.
Yeah, I used to even when I was in the pen, man, you couldn't tell nobody who to mess with, but I used to tell some of my homies, man, if you sell up with a punk, man, we ain't cool no more. If you pitch, you'll catch. You understand what I'm saying? If you pitch, you'll catch.
But how do them guys tell the difference between the two? You see what I'm saying? That's the thing that gets me when you got a cat.
When I was in Tehachapi, right? One of my homies from Compton, I ain't gonna say his name, man. He had a homosexual in the cell. He out there telling dudes what he up in there doing to that punk. And the punk walking the track, and the punk heard what he said. He said, "No, tell your homies what I did to you last night."
Yeah, see.
Watch this, man. Everybody from Compton got rolled up off the yard because the punk got killed that day.
Oh shit!
For exposing somebody.
Right.
So if you pitch, you gonna catch.
Yeah.
Now everybody might be having a murder. If don't nobody, the rats don't tell on nobody. We got to stay solid because we paint like we don't know what happened. So them situations I seen in the pen can get a whole lot of other people caught up. If you pitch, you can catch.
Right. You have
You
cats in
understand
there
what I'm
fighting over
saying?
that
Yeah.
motherfucker too. They'll be trying to
Listen
kill
to
each
me.
other over that punk.
Yeah, man. Watch
But
this,
see,
man. I done seen
but this is what
gone.
I'm saying though. This is what I'm saying. If you got cats that have been to the pen, that have done time, that have done those particular things, why is it that they feel that they ain't gay? If you was involved in the gay act, you said, well, I was on top. It don't matter to me as far as you was on the top or the bottom. You still participated.
Well,
You see what I'm
you know
saying?
the saying goes, they say if you be with a man, you just as gay as the man you was with.
That's what I'm
Whether you
talking
was
about.
I
Thank
mean,
all
you.
right.
how could you not be?
How could
Yeah,
you not be? But a lot of cats don't think that way,
yeah.
and that's
Well,
not how they
no,
want to be
watch
looked
this.
at. You know.
They think that way, and they know.
Yeah.
Right? But I know a whole lot of dudes that was messing with dudes in the pen, right? If I knew females they was popping it with, I used to pull them females. Say, man, that ain't a good look for you, man. Why, Bam? It just ain't a good look, man.
Yeah.
That ain't a good look. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you ain't ashamed of what you're doing in the penitentiary, you should come to the streets and tell the motherfucker what you was doing.
Right. I've
A lot of
had girls
motherfuckers
come
ain't
to
gonna
me
do
like
that.
that, man.
Yeah,
Women
they
have came to me and told me stories about their boyfriends that just got out that wanted to flip them, you know, while they was in the bed, you know.
Yeah, listen
And
to me, man.
so it's like, and the girls coming to me crying, what should I do? What should I do? You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
shit, I don't know what to tell you. You know, either you gonna stay with him and get flipped, or you gonna leave him. That's your call. Shit. You know,
Man.
shit.
Hey,
You
they
know
said,
what I'm
all
saying?
right. They said, all right, there been 20 minutes on that subject.
All right. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
tell them
well,
to
let's
give
get
you a
off of
topic,
it.
man,
Yeah,
and
I ain't,
we can tell them to give you a topic and we can chop it up. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah. But
I'm
what
telling
what do you guys think about the brother, man, in the football game, man, about Hamlin, man?
oh,
What you think about him?
he had a collapsed lung.
Collapsed
He had
lung too?
Yeah, he had a collapsed lung. I read that today on my phone while I was at work. He doing all
Okay.
right though. He doing all
Okay.
right, man. I
All right.
hope they get rid of Skip Bayless from saying they shouldn't cancel the football game.
Man, they need to
Get rid of
fire
this
that
motherfucker.
motherfucker. Fire that son bitch. He didn't say it too much, man, too many times.
Shit,
This ain't the
they
first
need to
time.
get rid of Shannon Sharp. Shit, he a lot of white boy to say that shit.
Yeah.
No,
Shannon.
Shannon boycotted. He said, I'm not going to work with them.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Well, he
The
boycotted
next day.
yesterday, but he went today. He went there today.
He didn't
But
want to
they
be
got into an
charged all that money.
argument on it. You know, they got into a little argument on the show. But you know, Shannon was like, "Man, fuck you," you know, really like. But
Hey, but this the cold part what I'm tripping on. Why Shaq and them ain't got nothing to say? They sure had a whole lot to say about Kyrie Irving.
cause they
Why they ain't got
cowards.
nothing to say about this?
They ain't have nothing to say
You feel me?
about Jerry Jones over there either. You know, with his you know, hanging out trying to stop black people from going to school shit that he did. All them
And they
cats,
blame
all that
that
shit
because he's supposed to
disappeared.
be a kid, right? And that's
Yeah.
what I say on my live a lot. That's racism come from inside of your household. It don't come from nowhere else. Your parents teach you to hate another race.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I don't want to hate
They
on
teach
the
you that,
Cowboy
God.
fans. I don't want the Cowboy fans getting mad because I'm going to talk about the owner. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You know what? I say, hey, they need to be speaking up too. I mean, what about Brett Favre?
Yeah.
That story disappeared with all the money he stole from poor
Man,
black people that
Mississippi.
should have been getting that
Yeah.
welfare money that didn't get it because of him.
And I was
You
a
know.
Brent Favre fan, man. I was a Brent Favre fan, man. That was a hell of a quarterback, man. That man in Mississippi stealing all them county people money, man.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a hell of a quarterback, but shit, I want my quarters back from his ass, doggone it.
Man.
Give me my money back, motherfucker. Shit.
Man.
You know, that's the thing that happens though, man. People think about that person's career and what they've done on as far as the sport go, but you never know what a real asshole the motherfucker really is until the shit comes out. You know?
Yeah, when the camera off of them, they ain't role models, man. I say that on my live a lot. Them NBA players and NFL players, they only role models when that camera on them. When that camera off, man, they ain't all that, man.
Yeah,
they ain't
that's
all
when
that.
Charles Barkley was the first one that actually said that and came out and said it. I ain't no fucking role model. Y'all need to be a role model to your own kids. You know,
man.
but you know, we got a lot of work to do, man. We got a lot of
without a
work to
doubt.
do. You know.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
This new generation of black kids gonna make it happen, man.
Right.
They
like
got
that.
a different concept. Watch this. This new generation of black kids don't even want to be gang members, man.
Yeah.
These kids that's 12 on down don't even want to be gang members. They want to play some sports. They want to be engineers. They don't want to do what their uncles or their parents did. I don't want to be a gang member like my uncle. They ain't worried about dying. They more afraid of going to jail. They don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
They love the streets that much where they don't, man, I don't want to be a gang member. You understand what I'm saying? But you got these dudes not glorifying gang activity. I believe once you become a parent and you become a responsible parent, it's your responsibility to lace your kids about your background.
Mm-hmm.
Once you lace your kids about your
agree.
background, once you get them that real enlightenment of what you experienced when you was coming up, 9 out of 10, they're not going to want to follow in your footsteps in that aspect of your life.
Hey, none of my kids did. But
Yeah.
check
Feel what I'm
this out.
saying?
Check
None of
this
my
out,
kids
man.
either. You know.
Yeah. And that's what it is, man. Then, you know, because half of these dudes say they love the community, but they don't love their community, man. That's why they move out their community and don't want to go back to their community. He care back to jump in the car, leave Vegas, come right there, and then bounce right back. It's 100 dudes that go to Vegas, move to Vegas, move to anywhere else. They don't want to go back to their hood, get on YouTube and want to knock what's going on in the community. But you doing the community a disfavor when you're speaking bad on it, when you ain't trying to help the community get better.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying?
I want to say this because Bamm said something about the kids, you know, the difference now. I talked to 2 different guys today, and both of them said that on Christmas and the day after Christmas, they didn't see no kids out riding new bikes, kids not out there throwing the football to each other. Man, what the hell is going on with our young black kids, man?
They all want PlayStation. They want PlayStation. They want video games. That's all they want. You know, it's no physical activity. And I noticed that when my kids back in the 80s and actually the 90s, when they were playing the video games on my computer. You know, it's like they became inside kids, you know, but I made them go to took them to the park. Matter of fact, they was involved in the basketball program and the golf program out there at Victoria Park out in Carson, you know. And I got a picture of my oldest son when he got his first trophy, man. He thought he was the king, man. He slept with that damn trophy that night.
Yeah, I played baseball at Victoria Park.
Yeah. But see, Cass, you have to do what you got to do, Kev Mac. As far as kids go, check it out. But as far as moving is concerned, I'll move 100 times to make a better life for my family and my kid. Now, when I moved to Palmdale, you know, which is like, 65, 70 miles north of LA. And the first day of school, my youngest son comes out the house. He flamed up. I'm like, mother, get your ass back in and take that shit off. I mean, he got red hat, red shirt, red pants, red shoes, red socks. He got everything red from head to toe. I'm like, man, that shit ain't happening out here. It ain't happening out here. So you as a parent have to set an example. He knew who I was. He knew what I went through. He knew what I did. I didn't never hid it from them. And it's, you know, mother and them, they knew my history. But I let them know, I said, man, I already did that shit. So you don't have to. I'm working 10, 12 hours a day for a better life for you. So you don't have to do the shit I went through. My boys ain't never been to jail. Never seen the jail on the inside. But it's up to you as a parent, and specifically as a father, to set an example for your children. On the other hand, I got homies that are like, yeah, man, my son's an OG. I'm like, dude, are you really truly happy about that shit? Are you really happy about that? And, you know, so I just had to stop dealing with that particular person, because that's not what I wanted to portray as far as like being my kids to see and to grow up as being, because I wanted them to get a better chance. I'm not, you understand what I'm saying? I experienced my shit and the shit wasn't all gravy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Watch
always want
this,
the best
man.
for your kids, man. You always want the best for your kids.
I got some great nephews. I don't think neither one of them gonna be a banker, right? But they ain't gonna be no punks, right? They gonna be with the business. If you bring it to them, they're gonna be willing to get their squabble on.
Hey,
And they come out and
I
play.
agree with that.
Now watch this, man. We can blame the parents buying them phones, getting them all this computer shit for they can play these PlayStations and all that. Kids be in a hurry for the bill to ring at school for they can get home to play PlayStation, right? They don't even want to go eat a snack. They want to play that PlayStation. They visualizing this shit and playing it at school. But a lot of them don't come out because their parents don't want them to hang out because the streets ain't safe. So watch this. I say the same thing Kev Mac say. I live in Lancaster. Don't no kids come out on my baby street, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, God damn, they don't get bikes no more for Christmas? What's going on? Man, we used to go to sleep early on Christmas Eve to wake up, eat that breakfast, and be on our Street King skates or our bikes. We're in a hurry to show people what we got. These days, it ain't like that. And it's basically because gang violence. Don't nobody want their kids hanging on the streets of Los Angeles, Compton, Watts.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Because anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
You're right. But you're right.
Let's not turn our kids into Google kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's not turn them into Google. You get on your phone, let me Google this or Google that. No, get a book and read it because Google only going to give you a little bit of it.
Right.
Get a book and read that. Right? Because watch this. I'm going to show you how detrimental a phone is, man. Every dude I seen with a phone in the penitentiary wouldn't come to the yard. Some of them wouldn't come to the yard because they had that phone.
Mm-hmm.
They rather stay in their cell, be on the phone all day. When I had phones in the prison. When I found out about that phone, the more I talked to my woman in prison, if we talk longer than 30 minutes, me and her gonna start arguing. Because she's gonna start telling me about some bills and shit. I can't help you pay the bill, I'm in jail. And that's what it be. We got a lot of parents ain't giving their kids activities. Then you got parents that want to sit up and smoke blunts with their 13 and 14-year-old kids and with their kids' friend. Now, if I was a parent, I found out you smoked weed with my child, I'm gonna do something to you.
Exactly.
If I'm not doing this with my child, you out of pocket to do this.
Exactly.
This is a minor. You can go to jail for contributing to a minor. And that's the problem in the Black community.
Right.
We don't know.
I did all kind of shit outside the house, but as far as being at home was concerned, shit, man, I couldn't even smoke a cigarette in the crib.
Hey,
not at my mother's house. Not at my mother's house. That shit wasn't happening. My mother and father's house, that shit wasn't happening. But it's like you said, but I had friends whose parents
that can do that.
Not only allowed, bought. One cat, his father bought a whole brick and had it in the garage inside a little dresser, and we go in there and pull the drawer out and just roll up Cheech and Chong joints and smoke them. You see what I'm saying? I thought that was the coolest shit. I thought that was cool as fuck. But when I got older, I realized how fucked up that really was. I'm
gonna go, y'all. But
okay. Hey, nice meeting you too, KB.
Yes, sir. Take care, brother.
All right, Kev, man.
Hey, I want to end with this, and if y'all want to respond or you have an outro, feel free. I'm kind of sarcastic. Oh, Bamm left anyway.
All right.
KP.
Yes, sir.
Kind of sarcasm here. I want the homegirls' kids to stop calling me uncle. Uncle don't do it to your mom. We got to get rid of that name in the Black community. If your father's friend, that's different. But if he's calling your mom, that ain't your uncle, man.
No, that ain't your uncle. You know what? And I had a chick, man. That uncle thing been around a long time, because this my girlfriend Renee, man, that I dealt with, that had a cousin Sheila that lived in Baldwin Hills. Sheila was always talking about, let's go visit Uncle Frank. Let's go visit Uncle so-and-so at the gas station. Let's go. When all them cats, y'all, I said, damn, y'all sure got a lot of uncles. But those was just cats they was manipulating, getting money from, older guys and shit. Yeah, let's go. So, I picked up on it pretty quick. But you're right, man. That's one word, that you know, hey, if it's a young kid calling you that, man, it's a word of respect. You know,
yeah,
you
but
know, as long as they don't call you Uncle Tom, you all right. Shit.
Don't respect the 5 or 6 dudes that's polling your mom, man. And that's no deal. I'm out, bro. I'll see you tomorrow.
Right.
We can come back.
Yes,
on
sir. All right, take care, my brother.
All right, you too. Mac is and Maniacs. I'm out of here. We had OG Bamm. We had KP Video News up in here. Appreciate you guys for watching for 2 hours. Thanks for the cash app, the super chats. I'm out of here. Peace.